the air, lavender skies in mid-July. You're my souvenir, honey, you're sweet like cherry wine. Baby, summer heat, kiss me on my toes, make me feel so hot, I will never let you go. For the season comes to a close, come on in, the water's cold.
Okay, we are in the sky. So I knew that was going to be a little bit more of a technical launch since the grass was wet and there was really little wind. So I made sure when I took off I had plenty of opportunities to change direction, especially having to clear that tree line. So I decided that there was a shorter area, or if I needed to, I could take a sharp right. But all worked out in the end. And that just comes with practice and confidence in yourself and your wing. So it is October, so it is a little colder than normal. So I think it's about 44 degrees. Let's see if I get my cell phone out. So I opted for my heavier coat, which I'm certainly glad I did. Just turn down my phone. Listen to some tunes. Got my heavy coat. It's 44 like I said, so a little bit chillier up here. But since I'm bundled up, I can't really tell. I'll probably have to put some gloves on in a little bit. Other than that, I got my Bava Clava, or whatever the hell you want to call this on, so that really helps. Let's check the winds. Oh, that feels great. Yeah, this flight's gonna be funny. So I think for today's adventure, we're gonna do a little bit more cross country. So I put about 7 to 8 liters of fuel in. We're gonna fly to Tipton. So that is about a 15-minute drive for me normally. So we're gonna head that way. Yeah, I think the gloves are gonna have to go on in a moment. Let's get in some height to do that. Hello. Okay, the best way for me to put gloves is height. Make sure I got plenty of height. Put one glove on. Switch back. Turn to where I still have plenty of height. Put it out. Turn back a bit this way. So I'm going to have to let go of the throttle, which is going to cause me to lose some height. So to the other glove, simply ease off on the throttle. Put it in my right hand, so if I need some more gas, I can go up. Slip the gloves on. So this is a personal preference for me. I like to take off without gloves, or if I do, it's usually these orange ones. Just gives me a little bit more dexterity. I think it's harder to launch technically with the gloves that are heavier, just because I can't feel my A-lines as much. So it just guarantees my odds of success at my launch are a lot better, but it is possible. I have done it. Alright, so we are back up in there. Oh, hi, birdie. Okay, so north is where Tipton is. So we're going to do a little bit of a cross-country tour as we get there. So I think we're going to take, usually I go that way. Let's gain some height to jump over. So we are coming off maybe the 4th or 5th flight after Flight of 4 in Columbia City. So I've flown a couple times after. Just a couple times didn't really feel like filming. I filmed, but I didn't really feel like doing any audio commentary. The other time is this little clip that goes in here for my speaker, or for my headset, broke. So that's why there was no audio from Flight of 4. Because the piece I needed was on back order or something. I just couldn't get it off Amazon, but it came in yesterday, so hopefully I'm getting some good audio again. Basically, the way I have my setup is I take audio directly from my helmet cam, and that's where I get the best audio because it runs all the way to this boom mic that I have here. But Flight of Fort was amazing. We're definitely getting into the colder months. Colder months for me, September, October, usually means better winds. Conditions are a lot better. But the trade-off is it's a tad colder. So I just always make sure I prepare for it. That's why I got this flight suit, my boots, I wear extra pair of pants, socks, underwear, all that kind of stuff under here to be toasty. Definitely is bulky on the launch, But once you're in the air, you're glad you did it because you don't even have to worry about a single thing. For me personally, hands are the most important thing. I go back to my rule of 55. If it's anything around 55 degrees, I always wear a coat, just because the weather is so much colder. Even 65 I've got up there has been kind of chilly. But gloves, I always bring in that pouch, just because it's the one extremity that gets the coldest the fastest. And if you don't have anything, you'll regret it. Cover a good trip out. Alright, we've got a little more speed. Alright, let's see if I can pick up Tipton on the horizon. So I see 19, which runs all the way through here past Atlanta. Straight ahead is Tipton. So the wind farm off to the northeast. We're definitely heading in the right direction. But my wing should be nice and dried out for that launch. I had to set it out in the dew, so I used my prop to blast off the dew off the ground as best as I can. I don't have tarp with me at the moment, so I had to set it out and just kind of make sure I went as fast as I can. But I could definitely tell when I clicked in that my risers were pretty soaked, but feeling them right now, I think it's all gone. So usually once you get there, it's not an issue. It's only if you have to launch 1 or 2 times after failure that it becomes an issue of a heavier wind. Instead of taking off with a kite, you're taking off in a wet rain. It is gorgeous outside. So we're definitely near fall. The leaves are starting to turn. There's one tree that's red. That's they're on their way. Oh, another thing I have that keeps me warm is this valve, like whatever it is. That really helps. Keeps my neck warm, maybe kind of like a gator. It goes all the way up over my head too. Bought it on Amazon. I got a packet too for like 15 bucks. My helmet that I have is adjustable, so it's perfect. So I can loosen and tighten the back in case I want to put this on underneath. So the landing strip. Let's see if we can Beggars Canyon this. Doing is going around the entire city, town, whatever you want to call it, from the northwest and circle all the way back around. Kind of picking our way through as we go. So straight ahead where that patch is, well, I guess where the water tower is, that's my last flight. I only went that far before I turned around. And that was because I didn't have like any type of mirror on my air motor, so I had no idea how much fuel I was burning. Strobes working perfectly. So let's talk about that. So this is from my buddy Kyle. He owns a company called Secret Scroll. I'll put the link in the description. But basically it's a light bar kit that gets strapped onto a air motor. So it's pretty simple to install. Follow directions and you should have it done in like 15 minutes. But the cool part is, why I really like it is, A, the battery pack, you can last for several hours on it. But you can also hook it into a computer and program it to do different things. So it comes with like 8 or 9, maybe 7, I don't remember, presets. You can also hold down the button on this little thing that comes with it to change it. But you can also program it to be different. So like, if I want to make it yellow, the match my ring, I can do that. Or if I want to make the strobes do something different, I can do that. I know Kyle's got 2 videos, one that shows how to install it, and then another one that shows how to do the presets. Either way, I love it. It really makes you stand out, but the main reason I initially got it was while I was at the fly-in, I noticed that people had strobes towards the front, right here. They're easy to see, but when you're behind them, I couldn't see them anymore. And as it got darker, it was harder to see. So with this, you can see me 360 degrees. So that means planes, every kind of air traffic that's around here should have no problem seeing me. That was my major concern with this. Like I said, I don't fly in a heavily trafficked area, but I don't want to take that risk that someone comes flying up to me because they couldn't see me until last minute. So this ensures that that doesn't happen. So, secret scroll. Get your light bar. Join the club. Alright, we are coming up to Tipton. I can see the first water tower. Unfortunately, we cannot fly around that one because there are too many obstructions down below. I know it's a 4A place, but do not want to fly over anything that has a bunch of houses, buildings, etc. Ooh, it's like Megan Street. We're going down. Alright, let's watch out for those power lines. And here we go. This would be awesome to take off. That is wet, so that bluish color is dew. That's what I took off in. So definitely can launch from here. Definitely have the same issues in the wet way. There's my shadow. Let's take a left-hand turn. There we go. Okay, that's cool. This is neat. This is like a front row seat. There's Tipton. So there, those of you that live around Tipton, there you go. That's what you guys look like from up above. So I got a vacation coming up in a couple weeks. So if this video comes out before October 20th, hit me up if you're in the area. I'd like to do a little mini fly-in. That'd be really cool. I really enjoy being able to talk shop and hang out with folks. I'd be tempted if I lived in this area to ask for permission to launch from here. It is Tipton County Sheriff's. Oh, it's the police department. We're gonna stay clear. They may not care, but we're not gonna risk that. I think I see the train going all the way through. So we're definitely checking that bad boy out. Oh, that looks cool. Someone living there, or is it Benzo? The grass is mowed, that's why I say that. Man, I think that would look really cool in its heyday. This could be really cool. So, I thought it was just a single track between the tree line, but it's actually multiple. Some kind of changeover. So we're gonna check out these cars. So I gotta watch out. See that high voltage line going across. So I think we're gonna come back in this way. But we'll have to watch out for that. At least at this angle right now, see any other voltage lines. So we'll have to be cognizant of that. There's the high voltage lines, which are like freaking invisible. So, out of pure safety, I cannot tell if there's any more high voltage lines. So, I want to stay clear for a moment until I know for sure. Man, I want to check out that rock spot. I think what we're going to do is just kind of go down this line, see if we see obstructions. I don't see anything more. Yeah, I'm glad I did that. I'm going to be safe and sorry. That's totally cool. Let's walk across this. Doesn't look like it's got guidelines, but I changed my mind. See those little tufts of graphs? Those are usually where the guidelines attach to the ground. So definitely don't want to fly near that because of those guidelines being invisible. Like I cannot see them right now. Oh, now I see them. But those tufts are where they can't mow because of where the anchors are. So we will fly near that. That's about it. Alright, so I think what we'll do is loosen pipe here, and then we'll jump across this road and our way back that way. I know this part of the area pretty well because there's a BMV that I go to that, let's put it this way, I was born in 84, so I remember when I was 17, 18, going to the BMV was a nightmare. It's a lot better nowadays, but like I remember going in there, grabbing a ticket, and they're like, oh, you can just leave it, come on up. Because there's not as many people there, and B, the system's so much faster nowadays. You can do 90% online. Alright, we are crossing over. Water Treatment Center. So, poopy? Maybe? I don't know. Does poop go in that water? Are there floaters? If I flush my toilet, is that where everything goes? Man, this would be really cool to shoot down, but there's too many obstructions to the left and the right. Oh man, I may have been able to fit in there. There's a slight tiny obstruction. Let's drop it a little bit lower and see what we see. We're gonna have to watch out for rotor, mainly because the winds are coming this way. But I want to kind of get down in here. This looks kind of cool. So I got to keep a close eye because my wires going up, so I don't want to get too low. So I think this is about a good height, especially as we go. Oh yeah, there's some rotor. That's really cool. Around this, whatever that is, all the trees and fire. Oh yeah. morning. Now we're headed back to our LZ, and we'll call it a day. So with that, fly safe.